Services, Module 1, Career Development, Vocational Assessment. There are a number of different ways to conduct a vocational assessment. One of the most functional approaches involves community-based vocational situational assessments. This process involves the job seeker performing job tasks in real work environments and under real work conditions. The more types of job sites and job experiences the person can be involved in, the more information that can be gathered about preferences, skills, and needed supports. Consider this job seeker. Micah is 25 and uses a wheelchair. He loves sports and wants a job that relates to this passion. Given this information, what type of job settings might be useful to set up as situational assessments? Here are some possibilities: health clubs, adult community recreation, parks and recreation, YMCA, public schools, retail sporting goods, media broadcasts, colleges. A key difference in any individualized approach to employment is the way the process of job development is done. In one approach, an employment agency would go out and seek existing job openings, whatever they may be, and then bring the openings back to try and make the best matches to the pool of job candidates they represent. A customized approach begins differently. Based on what is learned about the job seeker from the discovery process, the approach to employers is framed by the talents, interests, and support needs that the person expresses. It is likely that your employer research will lead to a job that does not currently exist, but will make sense for both the worker and the employer if the tasks and duties can be lined up properly. This unique approach requires understanding the hiring process in a different way, which we will explain next. Skill sets. Now let's turn to skill sets. Having certain skills can help target the job seeker's job search. Again, it's important to not set up arbitrary boundaries that exclude job possibilities because you cannot envision the person being productive. Productivity is more connected to support and the changes we make to the job demands and setting rather than a person being able to perform an isolated skill. Instead, focus the skill sets the person currently has into potential job tasks where they can likely be successful. Think of skills as those things the job seeker can do, even if they need support to do it. Remember, job accommodations, including job coaching, is a part of customized employment. To bridge any distance between skills and work tasks, consider what things need to get done from the viewpoint of a specific employer. For example, the job seeker might enjoy and be good at cleaning up a kitchen after a meal. From the employer's point of view at a restaurant, this would likely translate to clearing and bussing tables. If a job seeker knows how to alphabetize, this might translate into a clerical task, such as filing. Discovery, besides revealing skills, should also produce an understanding of those activities, places, and roles that the person enjoys. These are known as personal interests. During discovery, interests the person has should be apparent. Mary Jo enjoys gardening. The next thing to consider is where would this interest be available in the world of business? Besides skills and considerations, interests are the third core domain for building a career plan. Do not limit job settings to the obvious, in this case, a plant nursery or flower shop. There are garden centers, garden departments at larger retail and home stores, landscaping companies, and even businesses that provide office and home plant care. There may also be some possibilities for self-employment. While there are many ways of viewing and performing career assessment, perhaps the most practical approach is to think of it as the starting point of formally developing a personal job-seeking plan. Developing an action plan for someone involves several steps. synthesizing career planning and discovery information to develop themes and ideas for job types that make the most sense for the person. Job types can include traditional career options or potentially self-employment options. Identify some specific tasks that the person would excel at, including positions and settings. Determine where these types of jobs and settings exist within transportation distance of a person. Locate connections that can lead to networking strategies from within personal and agency relationships. Put together an action plan that will lead to specific contacts being made. Developing an action plan. View gathering information as an investment in effectively helping someone both learn about and achieve their career goals. The use of situational assessments, for example, can help you collect work-related information not readily available from the person's past experiences or knowledge base. These assessments of vocational interest, competencies, stamina, speed, and other work variables come from the person's participation in a variety of real work environments rather than simulated ones. In summary, job development is not simply the act of looking indiscriminately for jobs and then trying to find the next person to place. Instead, it is a customized process that begins with information gathering, including both the business community, or employers, and the job seeker. Starting the job search. The job search should be based on the themes derived from the discovery process and include an understanding of the task capabilities and needs of the job seeker, both on performance and social needs. But again, we also need to have a good understanding of what local businesses are seeking from their labor pool. Only then are we fully prepared to seek out connections that will lead us to job opportunities. Employers are not likely to be interested in human service programs, funding streams, and how you keep progress notes or meet individual objectives. Your job development plan should include marketing your agency to employers as a source of good workers. And you are, in essence, an employment service, and each employer is a potential customer. But you may find that your organization is firmly positioned in the minds of employers solely as a human service organization helping people with disabilities. This is particularly true for agencies or schools that have been around for some time and provide an array of services in addition to employment. The goal is to reposition your program in the minds of business and community leaders as an employment service to employers. Social capital is found in friendships, networks, neighborhoods, spiritual communities, educational institutions, clubs, groups, civic associations, and more. Activities such as working, volunteering, entertaining, participating, advocating, exercising are the means through which people develop or enhance their social capital. Research shows that isolation has a negative impact on a person's physical and emotional health. When people are not engaged in relationships, they become isolated. Typically, people with disabilities have fewer opportunities to form relationships outside of a service delivery system that is paid to support them. Without social connectedness, people with disabilities may not develop valued roles in their communities. Isolation denies them the opportunity to develop important relationships and social connections that could increase their quality of life and create employment opportunities. Social capital and employment. Social capital benefits and is important to everyone's career path. Many job seekers with and without disabilities obtain employment because of who they know or who their network of friends know. Social capital supports a person's employment goals by strengthening and expanding the number of people who may be willing to help while creating a sense of competence within the job seeker. A person may also benefit from the social capital of others in their networks. Mentorship and social networks are important aspects of career building. When people initially meet because of a common interest, They are already well on the way to building a relationship. Linking the job seeker with others based on vocational themes, educational and interest groups, as well as creating mentorship opportunities can be invaluable outcomes of discovery, job search, and job development. Mentors working in positions that fall within the vocational themes of a job seeker can provide valuable knowledge about work, job tasks, skills needed, ideas, business leads, and insight into where the job seeker's skills would be a good fit. Examples of social capital for employment. Mia and Emma participate in a group that focuses on personal growth. Mia is interested in working in the health and beauty industry. Emma connected her with Alicia, who owns the spa that Emma uses. This helped Mia learn about careers and various jobs and tasks involved in the health and beauty industry. Forrest loves music, especially Motown. When discussing his life goals, Forrest identified music as something he wants more of in his life. Forrest teamed with Walker to work on this goal since they both love the same kinds of music. They often talk about the social and political events occurring at the time certain songs were written. Walker is connected to the music scene where Forrest lives. He has worked in some of the recording studios and knows producers, singers, performers, and musicians. Walker has the social capital that can benefit Forrest by opening up opportunities for him to explore music, learn more about music entertainment, and build relationships with individuals who have the same interest. Kala is a member of a book club that meets in a bookstore where she lives. Jennifer works at the bookstore during the time the book club meets, and she and Kala developed a routine of spending a few minutes chatting before the book club begins. When an opening became available at the bookstore, Jennifer asked Kala if she was interested. Kala interviewed and accepted the position. How to develop and enhance capital. Supporting people to have fuller lives requires the support team to teach a person how to make choices. Assist with identifying skills, interests, and preferences from a strengths-based perspective. Create opportunities for people to talk to, connect with, give to, and share with others. Help people participate in their daily routines, community relationship building. Create opportunities for people to meet with others who share the same interests. Guide people in locating community places where people with similar interests congregate, spend time, and come together. Ensure people have a presence and are participating in activities that occur in their favorite community places over and over, so there are opportunities to develop friendships out of familiarity. And use employment best practices to support people in becoming employed. Implications for organizations. For any relationship, individual, or organization to thrive and grow, there must be both giving and receiving. Communities are stronger when citizens are actively engaged and participating in the community through relationship building. Organizations who provide supports and services to people with disabilities are uniquely positioned to assist in building strong, diverse communities. Integrating relationship building into everyone's support plan is a valuable starting point. Social capital then evolves into practice. Facilitating people with disabilities to develop and enhance their social capital is one of the most effective and efficient ways to achieve state and federal policy mandates, such as the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, or WIOA, and the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, or CMS, final rule. Rehabilitation professionals must recognize that people with disabilities are asset-rich citizens and find ways to engage them in helping themselves and others. When this happens, communities are enriched.